Hi, how can I attract bees and butterflies to my yard? Today I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do to attract these pollinators to your yard. This will work on a lot of wildlife. This is good for native bees, honeybees, hummingbirds, butterflies, and even some small birds. And you never know, you might get lucky and get a possum or 2. And when I say yard, I really meant to say property. If you have an office that you work at that you think will be safe, undisturbed overnight with no vandalism, you could put this. Doesn't take a lot of space. You can put this anywhere. You know, I mean, this is 2 feet wide diameter and 9 inches deep. I bought this lawn pond from the Home Depot, and they're cheap. They are about $15. And I put some regular mulch that I got from the city for free, and I filled it up with water. Now, this is important to note that if you use mulch, this has got to be in the sun or it could stink. If you want, there's lots of things that you can fill this up with. You could put rocks or sand. You just need something to soak up the water to give these little creatures a little landing spot. You know, they can't land in water that's very deep. So that's why I like the mulch. But, you know, rocks, glass beads, even the gravel that you've got from the old fish tank that you used to have. You could recycle that and use that too. And I put this cinder block in the middle because we want to feed the bees and the butterflies and not the ants. That's the second thing, food. This is just a normal beekeeper's entrance feeder. You can get it online. You can get it anywhere beekeeping equipment is sold. They're very cheap. They are about $2 or $3. And I filled it with a mixture of half sugar and half water, which is their food. You know, when they go out and they collect nectar from the flowers, that's what they eat. It has some holes poked in the top that the food drips down in. And this is just a regular mason jar. You can replace it with a regular mason jar lid if this gets rusty or worn out. And you just put it on the feeder and it'll drip down and it'll drip onto the surface, and then they can come and lick that up. And that'll be fun to watch. The third thing on the list is lemongrass oil. You have to be very careful that you get an organic food grade lemongrass oil. And this is very cheap. I got this big bottle online. So I bought this online for $12. You can buy it anywhere. It just, when you feed bees and butterflies, your water, your sugar, your lemongrass oil, all has to be food grade. Their tiny little bodies cannot handle any chemicals, so you have to be very careful with them. So always use food grade. If you don't want to eat it and you don't want to drink it, then don't feed it to your bees and your butterflies and your hummingbirds. But the lemongrass oil, what's important about this is the lemongrass oil is a bait. They can smell this for literally miles around. So you can put it in your sugar water, 1 or 2 drops in a quart jar like this. That's all you want. You can take it, you can put it on a cotton ball. You can take that cotton ball, you can dip it in the water and leave it in the water. You can take the cotton ball and you can put it in a mason jar with holes poked in the top. You can stick it in a pot beside there. If you've got any plants, you could stick it in there. But the great thing about this method is it's strictly food, water, and lemongrass oil. No gardening is needed. So, you know, let's just say that you're too busy. to take care of plants, or you just don't have a green thumb. You can still enjoy bees and butterflies and hummingbirds without all that. Okay, so we're going to see if we can't get a top view of this in here for you so you can see what it looks like from the top. You don't have to leave the lemongrass oil out here. You can take the lemongrass in with you after you're done doing your baiting. And I want to make sure that you understand that attracting bees is a story of patience. I mean, you know, it would be really nice, and I would be very happy for you if you go and you do this and you come out the next day and there's bees all over the place, but that might not happen. It might take a while for them to find you. But just remember, only one bee needs to find you. And then they'll go back to their friends and their hives and say, hey, they got stuff over here. And then everybody else will know to come. And their normal visiting hours where they're out foraging is between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So if you're wanting to look for them, that will be the time to look for them. And you may have to rebait. I would recommend rebaiting once a week. And make sure that that rebait time that you do is approximately the same day and the same time. You know, just get into a habit of rebaiting weekly. They say Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. Oh, I got to rebait the bees. But if you can't make it on Tuesday, go ahead and rebait it on Wednesday. It's just you want to make sure that you keep that constant lemongrass smell in the air. And, you know, it will waft away after a while. So you've just got to go ahead and rebait it. And then for those of you who are thinking about catching swarms next spring, this is a good way to start attracting bees to your property. That way they'll know to come and they'll keep coming here. And I'm going to do a video later on about catching swarms. And if you have taken the steps in this video to attract the bees to your yard, you're going to be one step closer to catching that swarm next spring, if that's what you want. If not, you know, you can just continue to do this, and hopefully you can get some bees and butterflies. My contact information is in the description, and if you have any questions about this, you can comment on it, and I'll be happy to answer them. And I would love it if you would give me a like and maybe subscribe and share this information on Facebook or with your friends. And thank you very much, and happy bee hunting to all of you. Goodbye.